Let's bring in Turning Point USA contributor Alex Clark, along with Republican strategist Luke Ball. I mean, it's the whole idea of instead of she didn't do it, the defense is, nah, come on, everybody does it. It's chump change. What's the big deal here, Luke?
Well, everyone does it. Did not work when I tried to use that excuse on my parents when I cheated on my third grade multiplication tables. It shouldn't work for her, but I don't think she ever cared about the law. She was the one that said, I want to wake up every day, sue Donald Trump, and then go home. That was the end goal for all of this. Her running for attorney general, her trying to scramble in a primary when she was losing support. She only wanted to get into power so she could use lawfare to her advantage. And then when we actually start looking into her as an individual and the things that she herself has done in the past, we start to realize that she never cared about the law and that the facts point to her possibly allegedly committing this fraud, which makes her the biggest hypocrite of all.
Yeah, meantime, Alex Clark, Trump, he got the peace deal done. He did not get the Nobel Peace Prize. Even Vladimir Putin was surprised by that. He said the following, watch.
It's not for me to judge whether the current U.S. president is worthy or not of a Nobel Prize, but he's really doing a lot to resolve complex crises that last for years, even decades. There have been cases where the committee has awarded the Nobel Peace Prize to people who have done nothing for peace. And, in my opinion, these decisions have done enormous damage to the prize's authority.
I mean, when the president of Russia is baffled that there's no peace prize for Trump, it's saying something, Alex.
I know, it really is. And I think it's saying that the Nobel Peace Prize is completely irrelevant at this point. You've got a massive grassroots effort saying we need to reward this man for actual results. Even the winner dedicated the prize to Donald Trump, and they're shocked, which I'm really happy that she did that. And that really says a lot about her character. I think it's great because President Trump may have not won the medal, but he did get the last word.
Yeah, he did indeed. Meantime, you have a Biden-appointed judge in Illinois, Luke, temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deploying the National Guard to Chicago. Here's Democrat Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth.
It's been clear, not just here in Chicago, but also in the ruling in Portland, that the Trump administration's claims that local law enforcement is not capable of maintaining peace during the civil disobedience, with people out expressing themselves. That's not true.
I mean, 1,200 people so far shot in the city of Chicago, which, by the way, is a good year for them. And they're like, oh, no, things are absolutely fine here, Luke.
The status quo for Democrats is lawlessness and bloodshed, and they are trying to convince their voters and the American people that that is normal to keep the status quo. That's not a great winning midterm message. In fact, the GOP attack articles and the attack ads write themselves. That should not be the status quo in the United States. The only way the Democrats are going to make Donald Trump look authoritarian is if they create anarchy and violence like you're seeing on your screen by themselves, so that he is forced to bring in law and order. So I don't think the American people should give Democrats a pass on this. It's not going to play well in the midterms.
No, it really is not. Meantime, you have federal workers who are about to be laid off because of the shutdown. Here is the Senate Majority Leader John Thune. He said the following. Watch.
It does make a lot of sense to continue to sit here and have votes, repetitive votes, where we have a bill to open up the government and every single Democrat votes against it. So, I mean, they have to think long and hard about what they're doing. And unfortunately, the consequences of this are becoming very real, very fast for a lot of federal workers.
I mean, it seems to me, Alex, that at some point in time, the Democrats are going to have to try to figure out a way to at least get this thing rolling for a short amount of time. They're going to have to deal with somebody.
Yeah, they will. And I just love that President Trump is playing no games. And he's like, sure, you want to go this way? Fine. We're just going to keep axing more jobs, more bloated bureaucrats we do not need. This is useless. And we're saving the American people money. Clearly, President Trump once again proves he actually cares about the American people, the average middle-class American, and the Democrats don't.
Yeah. Very quickly, both of you, Luke, do you think the government's going to open up next week or not?
You know, every time the government shuts down, people act like the sky is falling, but in reality, it's more like Halley's Comet. It lasts a few weeks and then it passes over. So we'll see how long this stretches on. I think we could go past next week.
Alex, next week?
I'm giving it 2 weeks. I'm hearing 2 from people on the Hill. I'm going with 2.
Okay, 2 it is. Alex, Luke, thank you both.
Thank you.
Kind of a Friday night round of applause. Take a look at it. That's the big cake. The crew remembered it has been 3 years since Fox News at Night with Trace Gallagher, has been on the air, and we'd like to thank everybody on the crew and thank all of you for watching. Big round of applause. By the way, it's tiramisu, or tiramisu, as Tiffany said. Back with the Nightcap crew, Anthony Cabasa, Tiffany Marie Brannon, Stephanie Hamill, Eric Stackelbeck, Luke Ball, and Alexandria Hoff. Tonight's topic, the $19,000 question. Letitia James accused of committing bank fraud to save about 19 grand on a loan. Some Democrats say prosecuting her for that is petty chump change. Do you agree with them, or does the DOJ have a responsibility to show that nobody is above the law? Luke Ball.
I think anyone that thinks $19,000 is chump change should have to donate that to her campaign defense fund or whatever. Either way, these are the same people that said that Mar-a-Lago was worth a fraction of what it actually cost. Time to log off Zillow and crack open a math book.